Come here.
sorry.
Come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stop. We're just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry. Just pull up my pants.
Where's the
I'm
knife?
sorry. Dad, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry. Julie, you better pray to God. I am sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Where's the knife?
I was upstairs in my room and I threw it out the window. And it's behind the apartment right here.
You threw it where?
I threw it out my window upstairs.
Right up here?
Not right there. It's the room. It's the other room. It's right behind the apartment. This apartment right here.
So where would the knife be? On that side?
Right behind, yeah. I'm so fucking sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It's some demonic shit. I'm so sorry.
What's your mom's name? What's your mom's name?
I gotta go with him. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the happened. I don't know what happened.
Come over here so we're out of the paramedics' way.
I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry.
Hey, what's your name? Seat for me. Sit crisscross on the grass, okay? Just sit there for a second. You don't have the knife on you, right?
No, I swear I don't. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Around midnight on January 5th, 2023, the Tulsa, Oklahoma police got a phone call to respond to an apartment complex where there had been a stabbing. And what happened next, they did not expect at all. A 12-year-old girl comes down the stairs. She's screaming, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." A mother is screaming, and a 9-year-old boy has been stabbed. And what they find out is that the 12-year-old girl actually stabbed the 9-year-old boy. And the thing that really was shocking was one of the things that the girl said to the police officer as he asked her questions was it was some kind of demonic shish, you know, word. Um, that really caught my attention, and I just want to talk about it. So, without further ado, let's get spooky. Hi, everyone. This is Detroit Allycat. I cover true crime. I cover anything paranormal, anything weird. I do all kinds of things. I do like to cover true crime because I like to talk about the events that happen so somehow we can make sense of it and possibly prevent things like this. I actually got the footage, which I never do, and I'm gonna put that at the front of the video. That's like the first thing you see. And the reason that I actually wanted to dive a little bit deep into this topic, and it is hard to find any information about this because the suspect is a child, a minor. But I just wanted to like talk about the different things. Um, the fact that the kid said this is some demonic, I'm gonna say stuff, really just caught my attention. So let's just get into the facts. This is a family of it appears to be 4. I believe there is a baby. I'm not sure what the age is because their names and ages have been protected. There is I do know that's his name. And then there is the 12-year-old who we are going to call Jay. I did find out her name, but I feel like she's not going to be in prison for a long time, so I'm going to just call her Jay because I just to protect her. She's a minor. The mother's name, her name is Alice Lida. Did I get that right? No, it's April. April Lida. Sorry about that. And let's talk about the family dynamic. I don't know much about the youngest child. I've just seen pictures of it. I know that Jay's father, which is the 12-year-old girl, he had been in and out of prison and he has a pretty extensive criminal background. He seems scary, to be honest. And the 9-year-old Xander's father also has a interesting criminal background. I will say that I did watch the video of when he came to the hospital to comfort April when she was talking to the doctors. And I know that this is not like evidence of anything, but the way that he grabbed April, the mother, and hugged her, I could tell that he really was trying to comfort her and he was very upset. And I don't know. I think that speaks a little bit about his character because his son had just been stabbed by her daughter and he wasn't the father of Jay. So let's talk about the events and some of the things that, I think are important. Like I said, it was January 5th. It was, I'm guessing around 11:30 when this happened because the phone call got called around midnight. Now, what's interesting is Xander was sleeping downstairs, not in his room or a bedroom. He was sleeping on the main floor. And upstairs, Jay, the 12-year-old, was in her room. And so, for whatever reason, Jay comes downstairs and stabs Xander not once, not twice, but 3 times. Then she runs upstairs and she throws the knife out of the window. And the mother, April heard her child scream. She said she heard her child scream like she had never heard him scream before. Went downstairs and checked. And then when she realized that there was like blood all over her child, because at first she thought it was a nightmare, she called the police. And they go ahead and they take Xander to the hospital to try to save his life. And at this point, there's footage of Jay being put in a car with a police officer. And kudos to this police officer because he was so nice to the little girl. I just don't know how he did it. I know it was a child, but she kept asking questions. Like it can be like interpreted in so many different ways. She keeps asking, like, is he gonna be okay? She seems scared. She said she didn't know why she did it. Um, she said, I'm sorry. It's like the thing that she says over and over and over again is I'm sorry and I'm sorry. And she keeps saying, I've ruined my life. I've ruined my life. And I don't know. I just if it was premeditated, which it had, I don't know. I just she you have to watch the footage. It's really interesting. So the next thing that you see is that the mom is at the hospital and the cop goes in there and he's telling her that, Xander is stable and you feel like everything's gonna be okay for a second and he's asking her questions. Apparently, Jay was on some medication for ADHD and I have mixed feelings about medications. I think that they can help in extreme cases. It's really kind of a personal choice for families, but the medication that Jay was on, I actually looked up. It's called Intuitive, Intuitive. I hope I'm saying it right. But it's a non-stimulant ADHD medication. And what's interesting is it's supposed to stop aggressive behavior. So anyway, the cop keeps talking to April and he's asking her like, "Has anything like this ever happened again? Have ever happened before?" And April's like, "No, they were best friends and they like loved each other and all these things." And she's like, "But we had, Jay on this medication and I noticed that she started cutting herself." And then she said she took her off the medication a month prior and because she didn't want her to continue cutting herself. And they didn't, like, do, like, a taper off or a wean off of it. They just cut it cold turkey. And, yeah, that's what she said. So, a little bit while later, you come to find out the doc that, the 9-year-old little boy, Sander, doesn't make it. He's passed away. I researched some of the laws in Oklahoma, and under the state laws in Oklahoma, anybody under the age of 13 cannot be tried as an adult. So this child, this 12-year-old, will not serve a life sentence for what happened. However, I do think that this child is currently in a mental institution and will not be released until deemed safe. Couple months later, she went Lida went on News Nation, and she was trying to talk about how she believed that the medication was responsible for what happened, and that she had never act like that before. I will say that when you are on a medication that is, it's like an antipsychotic almost. I'm not a doctor, so I can't dive deep into the chemistry of it, but I know that you should not cut off medication without consulting a physician or having some kind of a taper down effect. Um, if I was to take a guess and have a theory, and this is just a theory, I would say it sounded like Jay had a manic episode or a psychotic episode or a break, because I truly don't think she wanted to kill her brother. I also don't know this child, so there could be things that nobody knows, but I don't know, it just really caught my attention that she said when her mother was asking her, like, "Why did you do this?" Or, the cop asked her, "Why you did this?" And she just said, "It was some demonic stuff." And, I couldn't find anything else about that. I could find out, however, that, the fathers of the children and the mother herself had some past drug use, methamphetamine, and, I believe heroin. And you know what? We all have pasts. We all have pasts, but I did find that kind of interesting because it lead I don't know. It just did that have anything to do with it? Is there a possibility that, drug use occurred while pregnancy happened? It is a very sad, horrible situation, and my heart goes out to the woman because you could tell she was completely confused as to how this occurred. Um, the interesting another note to make note of, a note to make note of, a thing to talk about though is that, Jay did throw this knife out the window, and so she had enough cognitive behavior or enough sense to realize that she had done something wrong and threw it out the window. So that would play into the fact that I don't know if she's having a psychotic episode, but again, I am not a psychiatrist. I just think this is a really sad case, and I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to see what you thought about it. Does anybody know any more information? I remember when it came out, I thought, I'm going to dive deep on this, and I tried to, but it looks like they have done everything they can to protect 12-year-old girl, which is good. It is good. Um, but I can't really tell you more than what I did. I don't want to tell you about the father's like criminal history because I feel like it's not their faults about, what happened in that situation. Sorta. I mean, if there was that happening in the home life, then that could have played out, and it could have, but I can't hypothetically tell you that that happened, and I don't want to because if that didn't happen and I say that it did, then that would be horrible. But I am saying that there is a criminal background, which could have played into this. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to bring attention to this and play that video, see what you think. Have you ever heard of this case? I miss you so much. I've been so busy. I'm trying to keep up with the videos. I'm trying to make videos, crossing our fingers that my short film comes out soon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful winter. I can't wait to hear about all of your holidays. Thank you so much for watching this. Please leave a little, why am I saying message? Is it a message? Yeah, it's a message. It's called something else, you know. Leave a comment. That's what it is. Leave a comment. It helps my algorithm. This is Detroit Allycat. As always, I appreciate you watching. Stay safe and stay spooky. Subscribe, hit the like button, put a comment, and blow me a kiss. Bye.